Yeah, no. All right. What do you make of tonight's performance? What did you like? What do you want to see improve?
I think we always want to win. That's our first goal when coming to the rink. So we're walking away not with that, but knowing that we have a lot to learn on and grow on. Our season's still really young. So I think the quickest teams to adapt and learn are going to be the most successful by the end. So we'll keep building off that.
What do you think has changed, coming out with that 4-0 domination game in the first game, and then, in the two home games, having a little more trouble getting the puck in the back of the net? What has changed? What has grown, what has regressed from there?
Yeah, I think hockey's a game of momentum shifts, and I think momentum was in our favor in that Toronto game, and I think we got a lot of away from a couple of things that made us successful there. So it's all about learning and getting back to the drawing board of it and seeing where we can grow, and I'm not worried that we'll get back to that.
What was this experience like for you, just being in a major league arena here in New York as a professional athlete?
Yeah, I think this place is amazing. A lot of us have never been here. We came to the Islanders game last night, so got a bit of a feel for it. Had a quick skate this morning, but to play an actual game was awesome. We know we have a crowd behind us, and we can't wait to see them continue to grow as well.
What's the challenge though of having two home arenas?
I think it's unique, but I think we know the year one of the season, everything's going to be unique, and we're going to run with what we're given. I think this resource is incredible. That's not going to be an excuse we use, and we're going to keep moving forward.
The difference between the two rinks as far as the shape and just the ice and the visibility and stuff.
I'm a bad person to ask that question. I think they were both great. We know that the boards were quick, both rinks at the beginning of the period, so getting a feel for that is going to help us kind of grow and continue to make it into our home.
Do you think it'll get to how long is it going to take you guys to get together as a unit?
I think we've done a pretty good job. We have an awesome crew away from the rink, and we know that it's going to transfer onto the ice pretty soon. It's going to take time. This is a unique situation. I remember the last time I was on a team that was come together all brand new. I think in college you have different grades that come and go, but for us to start from scratch, it's going to take time, like I said. And the quickest team that's going to be able to come together in our league is going to have the most success on the ice in the win columns.
Do you think it'll get to a point where playing at UBS Arena is going to be the norm for you guys rather than 4 times a year?
Oh, we'll see. I think no one has an exact script for how this league's going to go. And I think this is an amazing starting point, what we've seen around the league and in our home area of both rinks of Bridgeport and here has been awesome. So I think if we can continue to grow our fan base here and get more people out, it'll be no reason why we can't be here.
With New York, across your chest, and this being the only stadium in New York, is there any kind of an ownership here or a draw here or an extra feel here of being home?
Yeah, playing a game in New York for the first time. I don't know. I think this whole area, it's kind of a unique situation in our league that we're able to kind of have different fan bases along, so we can make them into New York as well. So no matter where we're playing, we got more feet in our water around this area. So I think it'll work out for us in the long run.
What's it like seeing, all the young hockey players in the stands watching you guys play? It has to be super cool.
Yeah, I think it's our dream was to have this league for us, and now that it's here, it's incredible. But for them to look at this and know that they can have that dream and it's realistic. We came to NHL games and we wanted to be those men on the ice, but we knew that wasn't going to happen. So for something to be visible, for them to have that dream that they can achieve is pretty amazing. And I think the messages we've gotten, signs we've seen, it makes us want to keep going.
With the physical nature of the league, is there anything that you have done as a team in practice to account for that or help with that?
Yeah, I think we don't want any team to have an easy game against us. And I think we let our foot off the gas a little bit tonight against Montreal with that. But I think our practices have been pretty high tempo physical so that we're prepared for that. I mean, I'm a power forward, so I love it. I'll use that to my advantage moving forward.
What do you think about the Let's Go New York chants? They get you kind of fucked up a little bit?
Yeah, I know. We'll have to find some new tunes and chants that it's going to really flow even when we're in Connecticut. So that's all things that we'll continue to work on.
Scoring that first goal, coming out with that, having that, that is in the New York sense, the first ever home goal, and the one that opened the game. Do you feel a sense of history with that? Do you feel a sense of pride with that?
And haven't really had time to reflect on it. I think, Ella Shelton's goal last week, top shelf, was the one that we'll remember forever. So I think, each game you can find a piece of history, but at the end of the day, we're trying to win games and make the next step as a team. So that's our main priority.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's start again. Can you talk us through your goal tonight?
Yeah, I think we were just, we're down a goal, so we want to push and just saw a lane towards the net, and Woodsy had some great net front presence, so luckily it found the back of the net.
What do you think is working on your line? You've obviously been able to score a couple of times already.
Yeah, I think I'm in a unique spot where I get to play with Jamie Bourdain, and we have some chemistry from the past, and I think it's been fun for us to be able to push each other and, try some new things. And then along with our forwards, I think it doesn't matter what forward line's out there. I think they're all capable of, creating opportunities for themselves and putting the puck in the back of the net.
Well, is there some level of frustration? You get the 1-0 lead, boom, Montreal comes right back. You tie the game. Your early guys seem to have all the momentum, and then boom, boom, they come back and hit you with two. A little sense of frustration with that.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say frustration for sure. I would say more it's that's just the nature of the game, right? I think every team here is really good. I mean, you have some really high-end players that you have to be aware of, and Marie is one of those players on Montreal, and she knows how to find the back of the net for sure, and every time she takes the puck towards the net. So I think for us, it's just, honing in on those areas where we can be better, and, I don't think we're in a panic mode right now. I don't think we need to panic. I think that once we come together as a team, I think that's the biggest thing for us, and then the team that comes together the quickest, I think will find it more fun to be at the rink all the time and with the crazy schedule of travel. And I think that will put them on top.
What
Things
do you play here in New York as all of you
Yeah.
as professional athletes?
Yeah, it's
in the
awesome.
NHL arena.
Yeah, I mean, the support from, these individual teams has been amazing. I think it's great to be able to come and use their facilities. I think it's top notch. It's the treatment that we've been wanting and deserve too as well. So to be able to come in this facility and play on that ice, I've heard some really good things about the ice itself in general. So to be out there as a player myself, it was, kind of a dream come true to play in a big NHL rink.
Talk about this experience just from the start of this league to the preseason games, then to last week, and then obviously tonight in Bridgeport as well.
Yeah, it's been quite the crazy roller coaster. I mean, I think when the league started up in July, I mean, they came together pretty quickly in 6 months and put 6 teams together for us, and then the draft happened, and that was also, I think, a quick turnaround for people as well. So I think they've done the best that they can with the short notices or short time and short span that they have. But I think this year, it's just about being patient and going with the flow. I think there's going to be a lot of hiccups and a lot of bumps along the road, and they're curves to learn about for the following years and to make it, more better, I guess, for us coming. So this year is just, I think, about having fun, establishing ourselves, and going from there.
Does this feel like a unique challenge, balancing the immediacy of these results with, like you've been talking about, the gelling of the team and the establishment of this league?
Yeah, I think, we're with each other every day. So I think there's always opportunities to get better, whether it's, your warm-ups or your cool-downs, or maybe you're talking to your trainers about extra recovery things. So I think there's a little bit of individually onus on a lot of things, but I think collectively coming to practice every day, it's, you're doing what you love. So being really present in that moment and not really focusing on whatever was going on outside of your life outside of the rink, I think is super important for any group, and for our group especially. I think it'll be a big reason why we could be successful.
Are the penalties a concern, especially the ones when it's already a power play for either side?
Yeah, I think we obviously don't want to be in the box. I think a lot of it, if we're playing hard and we're I think the stick penalties are something we can control. I think it's just about keeping your feet moving. The bodying, I think there's still, players are still trying to work through what the line is and where that line lies between hitting and open ice hits and whatnot. So I think a lot of that is still a work in progress. I think for us, staying outside the box is key. I think we're better 5-on-5, obviously, than we are man down. But when we keep our feet moving and we create some chances for ourselves, hopefully we draw a lot of penalties. I think we have a really capable power play group, so that would allow us to pop a few more goals.
Obviously, this league being champion for the role models you guys are being. Can you talk about the pride that comes with it, also maybe the pressure?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pride for sure. I think when I think of myself back when I was a little girl, if I could watch TV now and see a bunch of women playing hockey, I would be over the moon, and that would be my dream. It's always been my dream to play hockey. So to be able to create that avenue for more young girls has been pretty exciting. I think the pressure, it's more of it's not a tough pressure. I would say it's a lot of fun. It's the pressure of, still being so good so that it's sustainable for more than just the now. It's for the girls to come and the girls before us. I think what we do here today is huge for longevity.
Do you look forward to this moment where this league is no longer just the new league and it's just a league of women?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's obviously the end goal. I think it'd be awesome to see it expand, as quickly as the NHL does. And I think the support that we could get, we saw it here in the rink too. I thought we had ample amount of fans. I think it's a tough market and maybe it's not the easiest to get to, but I think even with the fans that we did have, seeing all the little girls and teams come to our games, I think it goes a long way. And I hope they continue to come.
That being said, you've got New York across the chest. You got Let's go New York cheers coming from the people who did make it out, and you've now played a game in New York. Did tonight make anything feel more real, and did it make you feel more like New York's team at all tonight?
Yeah, I think coming to a New York facility has made it for sure real. I think New York fans really love their New York teams, so it's been exciting to have that support in the background for sure.
How long do you think it'll take you to gel as a team?
Sorry?
How long will it take you to gel as a team?
I think it's up to us. I think the quicker we, all buy into it, I think that we'll gel quicker. If we take our time and, don't really want to gel or find avenues to gel, I think it's completely in our control for that, for sure.
Things gelled in almost story-like fashion in that first game, getting a shutout and 4-goal domination and your goal so quickly, obviously, the top shelf. What would you say has changed since then? Is it just the difficulties of the schedule, or what has been the factor that has made that not the norm?
Great question. I don't know. I think for us, it's just, I think everybody's going through the same thing, traveling and, playing games like back to back, or whether it's you have one game and then you have a few days off and then you travel to the next center. So once again, I think I'm going to just say it's about who's going to buy in together as a group and not let that affect how we play as a team. I think when you let those kind of annoyances kind of creep in and be your forefront, it takes away from what you should be focusing on. And I think if we allow those uncontrollable factors to just stay uncontrollable and not our forefront in our brain, I think we'll find ourselves in a better spot.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.